say they dedicated, I don't see the dedication. They wanna say they dedicated, I don't see the dedication. These niggas say they dedicated, I don't see the dedication. They wanna say they dedicated, I don't see the dedication now.
Good afternoon, good evening. Let me tell you what I did, and let me tell you how some stuff that is in the video description can possibly help you. For those that are interested in obtaining better credit and possibly buying their own home, we had to go through hell and back to make sure, or to get our stuff right. So let me tell you a story and see if this story can help you. Use this story for what it's worth. My credit was really horrible. I had no options on how to get good credit. I worked for this place, and I was told it is ideal that I establish some form of rotating credit. So I went through BMG Money. I obtained a loan. It was a small loan. It didn't hit my credit because I worked for these people, and they gave me a small loan. The loan is paid back through the allotments because I work for the post office. The good thing is that BMG Money, Loans for Feds, reported my payments to the credit bureau. Yeah, it was a little pricey, a little more than I wanted to, but two things were for certain. My credit was going to increase within 18 months, and there were never going to be any late payments because I work for these people. It helped show responsibility for where I had been irresponsible before. It was a small loan, might have been $2,000 initially. Then they sent me a loan offer for $3,000 or something. And I said, this doesn't make sense. I don't need it. But then my people said, listen, if you don't need it, that's good. Accept it. And if you're just going to continue paying back the same amount, it shouldn't hurt you, right? I said, yeah, but what the hell am I going to do with it? Put it in an account and don't touch it. You know why? Because when you decide to go buy, you show that you've had X amount of dollars sitting in an account for a long period of time that was never touched. And as I continued to work, I was able to add to that account through my allotment as well. Even if it was $25, I set up a second allotment to add. So there was $3,000 sitting there. And then I added $25 for the duration of my second loan. And it only showed a base of $3,000 and accumulation of more money. Never saw anything coming out of that account. It showed when you go to buy a home, a lot of people don't realize you have to have X amount of dollars sitting, not being touched. And the way that you can do it without having to hit your credit is by utilizing some of the info that I give you. Now, this is what I did. But with BMG Money, the amounts go higher and higher and higher as you continue to pay the loans off. And eventually, you really don't need the loans. But, you know, some people, I can just do something extra with it. Utilize it and be responsible with it. That's a small tidbit on how you start to build a base, foundation for what you want later on. Because, truth be told, how many of you actually have $4 or $5 grand sitting in your account? Not talking about your TSP savings or your FERS retirement. How many of you have $5 grand sitting in your bank account right now? Very few. Very few. Use this information that I give you for your future. We all were down here. You can't just get up here. You got to take the stairs. JH giving you that information. Hopefully this helps somebody. Hopefully somebody can understand what I was just talking about. Information is in the video description below.